commit an act of terrorism. They're not going to come forward and tell you who they are. But this is what happens when you do not have safeguards. This is what happens when you don't have a government that is trustworthy or trusts the citizenry by doing right by them, that operates in secrecy. What is wrong? If everything is right, if everything Gregor Nassif, Sam Raphael, all the other government apologists say about the program is right, then why not have a commission of inquiry? The commission of inquiry will sit, evidence will be given, and at the end, if the government is perfect, as white as a driven snow, they will be given a clean bill of health. Maybe even the commission might recommend the changes to enhance the program. That's all we ask. We have suggested time and time again that Dominica will not be saved by filling passports. It can in fact have a program like the United States has, the EB5 program, that is run by Dominican civil servants, that is responsive to the Dominican Parliament, that is fully vetted, and that program can have the social impact on the ground that benefits the ordinary Dominican. Right now, the program is run in secrecy. Government cronies are the ones with the contracts, and other foreigners overseas who we do not know. And folks have been arrested. That is a fact. And none of the folks who come online and call for the assassination of Lennox Linton and call for the execution of people who criticize and call for people to be castigated as traitors and terrorists. None of that incendiary language, none of that irresponsible language, none of that regrettable language can save Dominica at this time. We are a member of CARICOM. A visa-free travel protocol exists for CARICOM. Our member countries in CARICOM now are looking askance at Dominica. St. Vincent is looking askance at Dominica. Jamaica is looking askance at Dominica. Guyana is looking askance at Dominica. People are very upset that there is that irresponsibility with regard to our government, and the only way now for us to assure the Dominican citizenry, our friends and allies overseas, and international community is for us to do that which is part of our long democratic position. Something that Tony Assepan, I'm sure, was paid to do during the Freedom Party regime when he was the, I think, lead interrogator in the Commission of Inquiry into something as simple as a bugging allegation. Here we have serious matters of state security, international security and diplomacy, the fate of our country as to who our citizens are and who our diplomats are, and we're being dismissed. Let it be known to all Dominicans that I communicate with the Prime Minister. I've tried to help our country. We've tried to aid our country by bringing diasporans not to vote, but to invest in Dominica, doing university partnerships, working with our young people in the cadet program. We're independent, responsible, Dominican, development-oriented nation builders. We are not here to cause turmoil and havoc. I wrote the Prime Minister. I copied it to Alec Lawrence. And I did that as friends when the program came out. And I did it because I thought, now the whole world knows, let me see whether I can speak some sense to brothers and that they will understand. They basically dismissed me and basically thought that I was talking nonsense without saying necessarily that word. And so I have no choice now but to speak publicly and let Dominicans know that Dominicans overseas, our friends and allies and major powers are concerned. And those countries will do what is in their own interest to do. And it will be up to us to deal with the reality of that fact. And no amount of attack on me, my family, my brother Sam, Lennox Linton, or other people in the media can stop the reality that Dominica now is in a shameful position. It's in a disgraceful position with the backward leadership we have, in the way they have destroyed our reputation in the international community by appointing the people they did, and how they have undermined a program which has value where it is properly run in a transparent and accountable manner.
Attorney at Law, Dominican-born Gabriel Creston. I just thought it was worth repeating this morning. A call for a commission of inquiry into the CBI program. 8:32, let's take a phone call. We're taking your phone calls. Hello.
I say praises, thanks, blessings, and glory to all
my
those
brother.
who sacrifice their personal safety and security trying to elevate mankind to humanity. Mr. Pelty, blessings on your family, sir.
I wish you the same.
I give thanks. Matt, I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. Matt, you were in my prayers this morning, my special prayers. And Dr. Sam, I did not refer to Gebu, but Dr. Sam, you're covered, so the family. I pray for people and their family, Matt. And I pray for the country. I pray for the world, Matt. Matt, I pray that Lennox Linton just take a little time out, maybe a month, say nothing. Because to me, what Gabriel Christian have done, that have sealed the deal, Matt, or sealed the deal. I think there is nothing more to say by Lennox. Allow Thompson to vent. But Lennox, you're vindicated, my brother. You have been vindicated. You were free of all crimes, all accusations, all charges they brought against you. My brother, Matt, you know who is Gabriel Christian, an attorney at law.
Mm-hmm.
That level of credibility, Matt. If that doesn't discredit this criminal, what will? That is an insider, you know, Matt. You hear the brother said how much he tried to communicate privately with the brothers to try to put them back on course, Matt?
He did.
And what they did not say, literally, that's what he read into it. What he was saying is nonsense. So allow them to make their millions. To hell with Dominica, to hell with Gebu, and everybody else, Matt. Matt, it is frightening to see a government that have gone rogue, Matt.
I will not be surprised, Blessings, as they get personal with Gabriel Christian.
I was listening this morning there, and I will browse again to see what they're saying, and I'm not giving promotion to anybody. Although my brother, I love him. I heard he's not doing too well. It's not me myself. I don't want to bring down nobody, even if they're well or not. But Matt, I am just saying, and I've listened. That is not the trend of discussion as yet. They may be strategizing. In the machination, they come with how to to maneuver around that, because that is an insider that is saying that. And I'm calling on these little ministers of government who are not as rich as those others in government, a selective and chosen few ministers and other people, Matt, who are making these millions, for them people to step down, resign. The house of cards is crumbling. And the eventuality, Matt, the inevitable is inescapable. Why would all you want to stay trying to be tainted with those who have contaminated this blessed land? And I am saying, Matt, I give thanks, Matt, to you and Angelo and Lennox and Arthur, those behind the scenes that really refuse to allow these honorable criminals to run amok with governance and bring down such a precious jewel in the Caribbean. Matt, it is hurting, it is sickening, and I'm taking that personal, Matt. Nobody, Blessings, you're taking that too personal. That is my country. That's the future for my friends and family and a son. If scary to allow us to have a future in this country, if it is not already sold out to the Chinese, because you had Susan Oldie as his interpreter. That is, if this loose cannon know what he signed into, the brother is a megalomaniac, he's crazy, he's mad, and I've said in closing, Matt, greed is deaf, dumb, and blind. One thing greed is not, is cripple. It is always miles ahead of advice, moderation, caution, discretion. That is what they're driven by, Matt. Greed. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, too. In the morning, we take another phone call. This is the Hot Seat. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Good morning to you, sir.
Matt, when all is said and done, Dominica will still be under scrutiny. I cannot understand how it is that the government side could find it interesting to say that Lennox washing Dominica's dirty linen in public. How, in the first instance, it ended up dirty? How do they know it's dirty? Why is it not clean linen? Because they know and they are aware of what they did. So, in fact, they are agreeing that, yes, we did give our diplomatic passport, or sold our diplomatic passport to criminals, and it will subsequently affect the country. Matt, what I'm finding very disturbing, what is very disturbing for me as a Dominican, this is the man, they say, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister, they say he has vision. The man has been there for some time now as Prime Minister. And Matt, he doesn't know the difference between running government and running private business. These guys behave as if it's their private business that they're running. Man, it's not their shop, it's not a passport shop we have, belonging to Roosevelt and the Labour Party, you know. This is Dominica's property. And at the end of the day, what these guys think? At the end of the day, won't I have money in my pocket to help the country? No! That's not the way you run government. What about if the Americans impose visa sanction on Dominicans? All these things can lead to that. And we must learn to differentiate between private business and governance. And, Matt, let me tell you, Mr. Sylvester, you have won once, you have won twice, you have won 3 times. Say leave office. The people will come for you. Leave office. Resign. You cannot do it. You are inept.
Who will come for him?
The people will come for him. The people will show action. The people will come and say, sir, if you cannot do it freely, we will allow you to do it. That's what's going to happen. You hear me what I say? You understand that, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
We'll be asking him to leave. He will have to leave. This man has shown, the man knows nothing about governance. He cannot manage the country. The man has killed every sector. Look at Martinique and Guadeloupe. Now I have a brand in France selling bananas. The government of France is going to give them 30% incentive to increase production. A big amount of money. And Dominica is there languishing. Farmers are languishing. We have lost the market. Without justified reasons. We have not had a windstorm. And we have lost our market. And rural Dominica is in trouble. And you're telling me it's all well and good? Mark, let me tell you something. You are doing a very good job. I want to thank you for the work that you are doing. I know the good Lord will really shower his blessings upon you and your family. And many others who have been doing. Mark, enough about if opposition is ready. The big question now, you must ask the people, are you all ready to put boots on the ground and to tell the government enough is enough? That is the question you must pose to the people. Because it's no longer about opposition. The opposition is just one facet in the society. We are saying that, are the people ready to put boots on the ground to tell the government enough is enough? Thank you for the opportunity.
I'm getting a story there from St. Kitts. It reads, former St. Kitts Nevis ministers in the Denzel Douglas-led Labour Party have been called upon to return millions of dollars to the country's treasury. Very interesting. The renewed call has arisen as debates heighten on the streets in St. Kitts and on traditional and social media regarding the conduct of government ministers with regards to their private business dealings and issues of conflict of interest. 8:40 is the morning time. Talk to me.
Hello, morning, Matt Pelty, and how do you do?
Hey, how you doing? Norman.
Good, Matt. Matt, I stood there and listened to Gabriel Christian with great interest. And Matt Pelty, we sit back and blame Skerrit and the administration. We ought to blame ourselves for making it what happening in Dominica happen. We are the ones to be blamed, for giving Skerrit that autonomy to continue to ruin our country, sell our passports, and continue to tell lies to the people of Dominica, the region, and the world, and not stopping it. We need to stop it, Matt. Have a great day. God bless.
Have a great day. It's 8:41. Hello.
Matt Pelty, good morning to you and your listeners.
To you, sir.
Philip Francis, my friend, I know you are listening in the United States. Morning to you and my cousin Pat. I know you are listening. You are locked on queue. Matt, I am in full support of a commissioner of inquiry. That is what would set the record straight. And if the Labour Party, Roosevelt, Skerrit, Vince Henderson, Tony Astafan, and all the hatches of the Labour Party, their palm of their hands are clean. They are doing things above board. They are open and transparent. The people of Dominica, we are asking for the Commission of Inquiry. They should give the Commission of Inquiry. Mr. Skerrit is supposed to be the servant of the people. We put him there. We hire him. We give them that job. But it turns around that they employ us. And a caller talk about, it seems they're doing things as if it's their private property. it is their private property, because when they are benefiting, when money is going into one's account through passport, it is their private property. But I'm not going to blame the Roosevelt Skerrit and the Labour Party. I am blaming we, the people of Dominica. We are talking too much. Passport will continue to sell, because why? Mr. Skerrit know all the wrong things he's doing. And he's saying to himself, look at the wrong things I'm doing. They go on queue, they call, they'll talk for 1 day, they'll talk for 2 days, and then that is it. We cannot continue like that, Matt, when it comes for our passport. When you are traveling, you have to be hustled there. You have to open bags, you have to take out socks, they have to be searching you. You mean crooks and criminals all over the world have Dominica passport. That's why I asked Mr. Skerrit, what is the criteria for the passport, the diplomatic passport? What are the criteria? He cannot answer that question. I think enough is enough. Marigot, Rosos, Wesley, Salisbury, already opposition is elected in Parliament, should stand up. And the people of Dominica should stand up with them and shut the country down, Matt. Marigot should block. Salisbury should block. Goodwill should block. Is here you don't hear in? We will, if you don't want to hear, we will make you feel. We should shut the blasted country down. We cannot continue like that.
Copel. 8:43 in the morning. This is the morning time on the big station Q 9 to 5. Somebody says to me there in a WhatsApp message, Matt, are we really listening to Mr. Gabriel? Are we listening to what Mr. Christian just explained? Oh my Lord, we in trouble. It's time for us to wake up. 8:44, hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Yes, sir.
Well, Matt, I'm sorry for Dominic, as I said before. Matt, never underestimate God's power. I have said before, the demon that's on the land, we have to get rid of it immediately, without fear or favor. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. 8:44 is the morning time, and we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back.
A small.
Double XL. That's the size for me.
Flo's new prepaid combo plans have the most choice and value for everyone. Save up to 90% by combining your talk, text, and data into one simple plan. And with options starting at just $15.99, it's easy to say it, type it, or share it. A whole lot more for a whole lot less. Dial *129# now to activate. The bigger you go, the bigger you save with Flo's new prepaid combo plans. This is how we flow.
Get ready for the Caribbean's most original carnival, Dominica's Carnival Mass Dominic 2017, February 4th to 28th. Revel in the splendor of a masquerade band. Experience the parades, the non-stop fets. Dominica Nice. Dominic Do, Mass Dominic, the real mass. Come revel with us. Visit us online at www.dominicafestivals.com or call us at 767-255-8221.
Somebody just sent me some new information about another ambassador called Jonathan Brown. Have anybody heard of Ambassador Jonathan Brown? Ambassador Brown is a fellow UK citizen, I'm being told, who has been residing in Florida for several years. He holds the title of Ambassador at Large. But the question this morning, exactly what has he done for Dominica? That's very interesting. Have you ever heard of Mr. Jonathan Brown? He may be a holder of our diplomatic passport. Investigations continue. Again, the name is Ambassador Jonathan Brown, Dominica's ambassador at large. Never heard about this before. Ambassadors are just popping up in the place. A popcorn. Can Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit tell us in Dominica who is Ambassador Jonathan Brown and just exactly what has he done for this country? Hello, talk to me. 847. Yes.
Martin, dealing with this passport scandal, we cannot lose focus, you know. We have to remind ourselves what is corruption. Corruption is the use of public office for private gain. And we are seeing time and time again, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, in his capacity as leader of the Dominica Labour Party, continue to deliver diplomatic passports to individuals in return for money to be paid to Labour rights, to Labour Party accounts. That is a textbook example of corruption. We are convinced now that the Dominica Labour Party is the most corrupt political organization in the OECS. And Matt, one of the things, we cannot lose focus and continue to speculate on certain things. It is a matter of fact that the Canadian government put visa restrictions on Dominica during the time of the Dominica Labour Party. We may question the reasons why, but the fact remains that is under the Dominica Labour Party that the Canadian government instituted visa restrictions on the Commonwealth of Dominica. I want to support those calling for a commission of inquiry. This is big enough to demand a proper investigation. And I support it, Matt. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Matt, do you know, here in France, it's an election year. This may spell difficulties for Dominica, as most European countries are trying to strengthen their security affairs at the border. Dominicans must fix this most troubling issue, or else. 849, a lot of warnings coming all over the world there. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, ma'am.
I just want to register my agreement with Dr. Christian with regard to the inquiry. But alongside, I would wish that the U.S. would ban all the countries that we have access to that gives these people the desire to buy our passports until the commission of inquiry is over and Dominica puts its house in order. I am a Dominican. I live in Dominica. I understand that, I don't know for sure because I haven't seen it. I don't have time for that. I understand that whenever the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica travels around Dominica, he has a whole group of policemen as security around him and with him in his country, his people. But yet, they feel they couldn't care less about putting other people's country at stake by their recklessness, by their greed. They're putting all of us Dominicans in serious trouble. You know, I mean, I don't know what we think. I don't know where our conscience is. I don't know what goes on in Dominica. And the thing that hurts the most is the majority of us know what is happening. We know. And we encourage it. We put laws and all kinds of things in place that make sure they continue to corrupt our country. You know? They continue to do that. And we sit by. And now we are thinking of making laws which will say when you have a public meeting, you'll probably have to end your meeting at 6:37 and go home. Other than that, what I wouldn't say. You know, it's hurtful to me because the type of things I would really like to say, I am not allowed to say it on the air. But Matt, Dominica is in serious, serious trouble. Serious, serious trouble. As I said, the U.S., they should immediately put a ban on all those friendest countries that these people are after. So, if you cannot go to these countries, then you don't want no damn Dominica passport. If you want Dominica passport, come to Dominica, make an investment, put jobs and put whatever it is this citizenship thing started off to be. It didn't start off as what it is now, you know. Oh my God. Anyway, Matt.
I can tell that you're really frustrated about the whole process there. 8:53 is the morning time there. This is the Hot Set. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Mark.
Yes, sir.
And how are you?
Okay.
Mr. Mark, I will always look at my country. Mr. Mark, when you give a person too much opportunity, you will always find difficulty. Mr. Mac, right now, the only thing they're willing to do on us now is to make sure for us to have no demonstration that law they want to pass. And no meeting. Why? Mr. Mac, as a baby, you grown up, you watching, you put a bath for you, you start to walk, you can do your homework. Mr. McDominican, we say we love you, have to have love for a person. But you cannot love a person more than you love your own self. Mr. Mac, look at Dominica, help people from overseas. Mr. Mac, as if we have nobody in Dominica that make sure that can see we move, that country move to all of us to be living a peaceful life, a life that we will be able to walk with safety. Mr. Mac, do you know now? It is very, very, very hard on Dominican. Why? We put a leader, and that leader to all his folk now. Everybody have opinion. That means to say, those that are affecting don't say nothing, don't come up with no little meeting to make sure to discuss to see how we can bring that country forward. Mr. Mac, I telling Dominican, this morning as the 2017 and the 17, when we will want to save Dominica, it will be too late. While it is only try to grab up the best interest, not for you alone. Look at your children and children, Mr. Mark. Oh, what a disgrace.
Thank you very much. Out of Loda this morning here. Somebody says, Matt, and a WhatsApp message. Matt, I wonder how many got their U.S. visas last year and how many will this coming year. The U.S. is watching. Hello, talk to me here. 8:55, yes.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Okay, Mark, number one, the last ambassador you spoke about, he's been an ambassador since 2006.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the article, maybe the same one you got. When they ask him, what have you done for Dominica, he's saying that he's now starting to build some 3,000 square foot building in some Gables or so, I don't know, in Florida, and Dominicans will be able to come to that building now after 11 years. But he also said something very interesting. I'm glad today you have the farmers. You must go down in the article because he's saying that he will be here in April and he has some connection with some supermarket chain that has over 400 stores in America. And he's going to try to get produce, I guess it's produce, from Dominica into the supermarkets. That's a very good thing. If he can really do it, it will help the farmers. And Matt, before I leave, I just want to ask, I know the Prime Minister said that they were going to write to CBS, so we can register our disgust. St. Kitts did it almost immediately. Antigua Prime Minister did it well on the program. St. Kitts did it almost immediately. You could have also seen the letter online that St. Kitts sent to CBS. I am waiting, or maybe they have done it, but at least do treat us like the Kittitians. Let us see the letter that you have sent to register your disgust. It's 3 weeks since that the program came out on a Sunday night. By the Tuesday early morning, St. Kitts had already registered with CBS their disgust. Have we done that? Have a good day. But Matt, tell the farmers, check that program in that manner.
All right, thank you very much. It's 8:57 in the morning here. We're taking another phone call.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning, sir.
Matt, it's amazing that, the people that selling the passports, talking so well about the passports. And Mike, Matt, listening to all that, I'm trying to wonder if these people really have Dominicans at heart. You understand? Because, Matt, if, for example, right now, there is some sort of embargo where Dominicans cannot travel to go, the people that selling the passport, they have money and they have ways to get out of that country, It's the same poor people in Dominica that are going to suffer, Rasta. You understand? Why is it that these people not... come on, man. Leave that nonsense and tell the government what they're doing. If what they're doing is right, tell the government what they're doing is wrong. It's simple, man. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. A lot of frustrated callers, they're calling this morning there. Hello, it's 8:58 in the morning. Hello. Morning to you, sir.
And your listeners.
Yes.
Matt, I support Mr. Christian in calling on this government to basically tell us, the people in Dominica, the number of people who has our diplomatic passport, that is, in terms of having an inquiry, because I think it is the only way that this government will come clean with the people of Dominica is by having an inquiry into this passport sale program. Matt, we also have to remember this couple, some years ago, who represented Dominica at the Olympics. The Gary and what's the wife name? Angelica Silvestre was the name. They said to deadspin.com, that is a sports station who interviewed them as to how they came to represent in this little country in the Caribbean, Dominica. And they said basically in that interview with Deadspin that they set up some organization in Dominica whereby they were helping to build some hospital and helping some children. And basically that they bought their passport and they were holders of diplomatic passport. So here it is, these people, they confess to Deadspin that they bought their diplomatic passport. And where is that hospital? Nobody know about that charitable organization that these people say they were setting up in Dominica. So, Matt, it is only reasonable that the Dominican people know the truth as it relates to who and the number of people who have our passports out there. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you for the phone call this morning. Cartoon character.
Say again. Yes, sir. Hey, everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse. I come in.
Somebody's smiling because I'm playing that sound this morning.
Oh, God save me. Lord save me from my misery. I cannot even open my own mouth since the cartoon characters take over my house and they make the headquarters in my cabinet. I never see a lobby saw them so yet. They divided in groups fighting for power. They uniting and crooking one another. What is one group they don't want to see? They all agree is the enemy. It's the group that they're talking caution like democracy. Mickey Mouse control the house. They da do da da da. They da do da da. The Joker outside running his mouth. They da do da 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 da. They da da. Penguin say it in this cabinet. Put their ass out. Put their mouth.
It's 9:02. Hello, talk to me. Hello? Nobody there. It's 9:02 in the morning. Hello?
Let me make another quick intervention.
Yeah, quickly.
Do you recall when Tony was telling somebody should slap Thompson Fountain? Can you recall that?
Some time ago.
Yeah, some time ago. Matt, I'm not nothing much, just an ordinary person. But Matt, I've seen a lot and I'm hearing a lot and observing what is to come. Not what is to come, is what is already upon us. We perceiving it is to come. The coming events we talk about. If the shadow are cast before the coming events, Matt, it is upon us. And you see that Public Order Act, Matt, we must watch that one. Because they know, Matt, let me tell you, people, I give thanks to Gable, but Matt, CBS, Matt, a world-renowned media house, can have concerns. These guys are ignoring that. It's Lennox Linton and Thompson Fountain, they want people to go and kill for them. Matt, the Homeland Security, Matt, that alone is already all. I don't know. God, they say wherever God is or whoever is God, maybe a white man have to burst out of the sky and come and tell Dominicans it's time to get rid of Skerrit and these people there. Matt, these guys are going to plunge Dominica into a bloodbath, you know. They will not go down without a fight. They're in a pit, and the people up there waiting to nab them, to arrest them, Matt. And all they're doing is digging. Matt, where they will burst out, only heaven knows. Blessings.
Hello, talk to me here.
Matt, it's amazing to see, after the way they treat Mr. Lennox Linton, the questions that he asks, they never replied to him, yet they wanted him to do damage control. It's funny, isn't it?
Thank you. Hello, talk to me.
Hi, good morning, Matt.
To you, yes. How are you?
I'm fine. That's Marsha at the Fortune Hotel.
Oh, Marsha, I was just trying to talk to you there a minute ago, but I could not make contact. Good to know that you're calling in this morning. What's going down there at Fortune?
Okay, well, every Wednesday we have our Unwind Wednesday. So this
Unwind Wednesday.
Tomorrow,
all right.
From 5 to 9, we have Brian the musician who will be playing at the Ballas Bar. Okay, so tomorrow from 5 to 9.
5 to 9 tomorrow.
Yes.
So what actually happens there at Unwind Wednesdays?
Well, normally our bartenders create special cocktails where you can enjoy. We have a live grill where you can enjoy fish kebabs, shrimp kebabs, a variety of items, and just come and relax in the atmosphere and listen to the entertainment.
All right. So you have live music there as well tomorrow, right?
Yes, we do. We have Brian the musician who will be playing tomorrow.
Okay. What else can we expect this week at the Fortune?
We have our usual cocktails and conversations every Friday. This Friday we'll be having Aftermath Band who will be playing at the Warner's Bar from 5 to 11.
Somebody's also asking me, I know it's a couple of weeks away, but about what's going down at the Fortune for Valentine's. Have you put that package together yet?
Yes, we have. We have our special Valentine's package where lovers can come in and spend Valentine's Day with us. They can choose anywhere on property to have their private event. They will be having their own butler who will be serving them, and they can enjoy the meal. We have a special menu actually planned out for that.
So special package for Valentine's Day.
On compound.
Okay, so we'll be looking forward to joining you on Wednesday for Unwind Wednesday.
Yes, Unwind Wednesday. Friday we also have cocktails and conversations, and on Saturdays we have Seafood Saturday. We actually started it last Saturday, which we had a large turnout. So we want to enjoy, have everyone come in. We have a live display of seafoods, fresh catch, snapper, shrimp, prepared your way, and then you can just come in at 6:30 to 10 to enjoy.
Thank you so much, Masha, here for joining us from the Fortune Hotel this morning.
No problem, man.
All right. Say hi to the rest of the staff, okay?
I will.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Fortune Hotel comes alive this and every Wednesday for Unwind Wednesday. Perfect for that midweek date night or to just unwind after a long day of work. From 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Wednesday at the Fortune Hotel with live entertainment, great company, tasty foods, and of course, the best wines. We look forward to seeing you at Unwind Wednesday this Wednesday. Fortune Hotel, the key to Dominica.
There's no such thing as a free land.
Last week was super, this week will be exceptional. Stadium Tent in collaboration with Headline sponsor DG Sub present Kaiso Tingule. This is Saturday, January 21 at the Strip in Lale Coco. 8:30 p.m. Featuring the clash of the sexes, men against women. Tasha P against Carissa, Janae against Hunter, Stingray against Checker, National against Observer, Alicia against Daddy Chess, Dale against Hunter, Lady V versus DBS. Also Web, Shadow Flow, Lucas Comforter, Chris B, Jammer B, Peaky, Oldwine Jr., Omi Hila, Stefan.
Dominica, I love you.
Also Genius, JD Hixie, son of the Saint Intruder, Dino be your trendsetter. Love J this Saturday at the Strip in Lale Coco. Backed up by the Swinging Stars, MCs Powell and Lady Star. Entrance $20. Partners include Caribbean, Big Ed, Soccer, Rum, Domlek, Dominica National Lotteries, Mania 7-Eleven, and Milan's Grill. Mapao, Petro Caribbean Courts, Vibes Radio, Frankfurt Zinc, ACS, Q95 FM, The Signman, Zionist Visual Arts, Sky FM, DBS Radio, Mapping to K40, and one more. Only way this time. This Saturday, January 21, at the Strip Lale Coco, Stadium,
Get ready for the Caribbean's most original carnival, Dominica's Carnival Mass Dominic 2017, February 4th to 28th. Revel in the splendor of a masquerade band. Experience the parades, the non-stop fets. Dominica Nice. Dominic Kidu, Mass Dominic, the real mass. Come revel with us. Visit us online at www.dominicafestivals.com or call us at 767-255-8221.
The Fortune Hotel comes alive this and every Wednesday for On Wednesday. Perfect for that midweek date night or to just unwind after a long day of work. From 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Wednesday at the Fortune Hotel with live entertainment, great company, tasty foods, and of course, the best wines. We look forward to seeing you at On Wednesday this Wednesday. Fortune Hotel, the key to Dominica.
This is a brand new one from Daddy Chess. This one he called Calypso Formula 2017. More Calypso on the Calypso station.
Listen, I have been searching everywhere for that magic formula to win the Calypso crown in this new Kaiso era. The monarchy has become an illusion, or so it may seem to be. Just out of reach like the horizon, markings of a mystery. So me call up me good friend Ozzy to introspect for me, cause as we all know, he bigger than Calypso. And he started to explain how to play the game. Clearly his domain, as if he was back on the bench again. Don't worry about the judging criteria. That won't get too far, Daddy. That won't get too far. Don't sing about your love for Dominica. That won't get too far, Daddy. That won't get too far. You must sing about Mr. Skerritt and his bubble government. Words like money, power, passport and priest, all part of the ingredients. Sing about all kind of roro, give me free all over. That's the only way you can win in Dominica, and that is the new recipe. If you want to win the monarchy,
Hello, talk to me here. Good morning. Hello.
I love this one. My favorite part is the last verse.
Repeat again?
My favorite
part is the last verse.
You like the last verse, all right.
I have always wanted to be that type of Calypsonian, to uplift my society, positively build my nation. Was never really interested in bringing down a person's name. I'm just a humble, quiet little boy from Virgin Lake. Ozzy tell me you have to give blows, chant down and expose, throw in a little Beth, take it from the Calypso chef. Your heart must be cold, state of mind must be bold. The judges will be sold, they'll be eating up from your bowl. Don't worry about original melody, that won't get you far, daddy, that won't get you far. Don't sing about unity or morality, that won't get you far, daddy, that won't get you far. You must sing about them entertainers who go Dubai to perform, while a fake rasta on the radio, well vex kicking up a storm. Alleged one a property thief, even calling people monkey. I can understand coming from a troll so damn ugly, and that is the new recipe. If you want to be the monarchy, mama, 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 hey, Kaiso, baby, ah. Yeah, man. I don't mind throwing calypso jabs here and there on knockout punch, but to bring one man and my country down just to take the crown out to lunch. A country painted red and blue with ignorance down the middle. So politicians take advantage of the poor minds of my people. Or they tell me if you sing for the blue, judges will put you through maximum rotation on the blue radio station. Observe the fans and them divided through the end. Red may clap for true, but the blue will hail it for you. Don't worry about what some people might say, that won't get you far, daddy, that won't get you far. Don't sing about church on a Sunday.
Calypso formula from Daddy Chess, boy, sounding very controversial there, I tell you that.
About social media, radio managers getting caught.
That's Calypso.
A young girl about her dinner, did you use a knife or a fork? The use of company vehicle for surveillance and torture. But he never know paparazzi was undercover. And that is the new recipe. If you want to be the monarchy.
Of course, because of time limitations this morning, I'm going to say good morning to Daddy Chess. Yes, he's in the house and he's listening as well. A big Calypso there, Calypso formula. Good morning to you, Daddy Chess. How you doing?
Yeah,
nice to know you could take some time to come talk to us this morning.
Of course. You have to come on cue, man. You must come on cue.
Of course, you're right on cue. So you're coming sort of differently this year. What is the new formula that you're using?
Well, it speaks for itself. I'm not really one to go the political way. Normally, I normally like the uplifting stuff and so on. But speaking to Ozzy gave me some advice.
Ozzy Luis?
I didn't give the name.
All right.
Gave me some advice, and gave me the new formula. So I try not the formula.
He gave you the new formula.
The new formula.
Let's listen again. Daddy Chess trying the new formula there, boy.
Mama, yeah, man. Hey, Kaizo. Daddy Chess for the version again and again. Hey, okay.
Big sound there from the Daddy Chess. 2017 Calypso Formula.
I have been searching everywhere for that magic formula to win the Calypso crown in this new Kaiso era. The monarchy has become an illusion, or so it may seem to be. Just out of reach like the horizon, markings of a mystery. So me call up me good friend Ozzy to introspect for me, cause as we all know, he bigger than Calypso. Then he started to explain how to play the game. Clearly his domain, as if he was back on the bench again. Don't worry about the judging criteria. That won't get too far, Daddy. That won't get too far. Don't sing about your love for Dominica. That won't get too far, Daddy. That won't get too far. You must sing about Mr. Skerritt and his bubble government. Words like money, power, passport and priest, all part of the ingredients. Sing about all kind of roro, give me free all over. That's the only way you can win in Dominica. And that is the new recipe. If you want to win the monarchy.
You know my telephones are lighting up, huh? Of course, we'll get your comment after we hear this one in its entirety. Calypso Formula from Daddy Chess.
I have always wanted to be that type of Calypsonian, to uplift my society, positively build my nation. Was never really interested in bringing down a person's name. I'm just a humble, quiet little boy from Virgin Lake. Ozzy tell me you have to give blows, chant down and expose, throw in a little bet, take it from the Calypso chef. Your heart must be cold, state of mind must be bold. The judges will be sold, they'll be eating up from your bowl. Don't worry about original melody. That won't get too far, Daddy. That won't get too far. Don't sing about unity or morality. That won't get too far, Daddy. That won't get too far. You must sing about them entertainers who go Dubai to perform, while a fake rasta on the radio, well vex kicking up a storm. Alleged one a property thief, even calling people monkey. I can understand coming from a troll so damn ugly. And that is the new recipe. If you want to be the monarch.
All my telephones are going, I know. We have a few more minutes, so let's take a few phone calls. Of course, you can criticize, you can, constructively, and of course, you can interact a bit there with the Daddy Chess. I will be talking to the Daddy Chess again in the near future, but this time we have a little time. Let's talk. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Morning, Matt.
Morning.
Daddy Chess.
Daddy Chess, is it the same Aussie Louis I know you're talking about now?
I know many Aussies.
He didn't say Louis. I was the one who said Louis. He said Aussie. So
you talk about the bench.
Yeah. Okay.
I know which Aussie you're talking about.
All right.
But I know that Aussie Louis is not that kind of person you're talking about. Has he spoken to you?
Well, that would be his. Has he spoken to you just yet? No, because the fact that you said that you went to Aussie Louis for some advice.
No, I never said I went to Aussie.
No, I said that.
Oh,
okay, all right. So Aussie, you said Aussie, okay? So I don't know where the Louis coming from there. In 922, hello.
So Daddy.
Yes.
Daddy, the Rasta, Volley Dylan and he calling Scared Volley on the radio every day. Magwisa.
Hello, talk to me. It's 922. Hello.
it. I love every verse, every line.
You love every verse and every line?
Yeah.
All right, very controversial there. 922. Well, that's Calypso for you. Hello. 449-3095-96. Hello. Are you very happy with this? I
love this one.
You love this one?
Yeah.
Somebody's asking me, so where's the formula that Daddy Chess had with Forward We Go? Where's that formula gone?
Well, if you realize in the beginning of the song, I said the formula for this era.
Oh, this era. It was all right.
The era has changed.
The era has changed. All right. Okay. So if you want to win Calypso Crown, you have to change.
You have to change the formula.
All right. So we're in a different era. Okay. 923. Hello, talk to me.
Mr. Pelton, blessings to you.
Yes.
Daddy Chess, blessings to you, King.
You as well too, man.
You can remember once I met you on the road and I engaged you in a little reasoning, Daddy?
Yes.
There's nothing personal. I was telling you people saying you're prejudiced and whatever, and you guys maybe forget that, but I can remember. Daddy, I respect you, and I've listened to you for years, and I've always loved your style, your fire, and everything. But Daddy, that's the best you could do, Daddy. Come on, you cannot compromise your skills, your talents, your intellect, Come on, my brother. That I know where that is coming from, and I mean not to be critical, Daddy, but I know you can. I've listened to you through the years, even your wife. When the both of you come out that year, my God, I said yes. Daddy, I know you can do better than that, and I respect you.
So why you think, let me ask you a question, why you think he can do better than that? I mean, why don't you love his style this year?
I listened to it last night on Kyrie, Matt. And I listened to it, and I said, come on. I mean...
No, but you haven't answered my question, Blessings. Why do you think he can do better? Because he's not singing in the style that you want him to, or to the issues that you'd want him to?
No, it's not about the issues. He has never been that controversial on a...
So don't you think he can be controversial this time? Why don't you like his style this time?
I'm about to answer you, Matt. You're disrupting me there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, what I am saying, Matt, he has a level of depth, not as profound as he's saying people have to be, if that's his definition, to win Calypso Crown. But there's a level of independence in his writing, in his composition. But no, there's a level of compromise. I am not saying that he has to be as critical, because I know the whole political thing, how it stinks and all of that. But I am saying that he just can do. I've listened to him through the years, and in comparison to what I'm hearing now, Matt.
But many people think, and I've gotten some texts or WhatsApp messages, who think that's a very interesting style that he has adopted, in this new decade. Maybe you don't like his style, but I don't know what is wrong with the Calypso this time. Hello.
Hi, good morning, Matt.
How you doing?
I'm good, Matt. Is that a new Calypso for this year?
Yes.
A new one?
A very new one.
Well, Matt, these people that think well, they can continue to fool us,
Who's these people, man? Who's these people? You may not like his style because you think he may be attacking a few people that you love, but that's Calypso, and we just have to accept it for what it is. Calypso is Calypso. Hello, talk to me. 925. Hello.
What I want to know is who is the bald Rasta?
You want to know who's the bald Rasta? Well, that's for Daddy Chess to answer, not me, okay? Thank you very much. Hello. 926. Oh boy. Hello.
Morning.
How you doing?
Morning.
Matt, no great man have stand on the side of the people that's oppressing the people.
What's that?
No great man have ever stand on the side that's oppressing the people.
Oh, who's oppressing the people?
Like you hear the song, Matt.
No. You see, what I'm getting this morning, and I'm reading this very well this morning. Daddy Chess is dealing with a few issues that a lot of the people who call this radio station does not feel comfortable with. And that's Calypso. So if the man have to sing his song, let him sing his song. That's Calypso. That's his style. That's his new formula for 2017. Hello. Talk to me, 926. According to Carlisle, man. Let this Calypso play. Let the Calypso play. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning, Matt.
How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. As a Calypsonian, as a Calypso, it is well written, well put together, very good Calypso. But I have a question for Daddy Chess.
Yes.
If I go about raping and stealing and embezzling, and you bring it out to the public in a Calypso, are you the one bringing down my name? Can you answer that question, please?
As you realize, it's advice I was getting from somebody.
Yes, he's getting advice. 9:27. You're almost in a court of law this morning, Daddy Chess. As you said, you're on the bench this morning. You're in the gallery. Hello, talk to me. Oh boy. People take things too personal in Dominic. You suspect that. Anytime you're not singing, to an issue that they might particularly like, they might not love your style. Let me tell you something this morning, my brother. Sing your calypso. Talk to me.
Yes. Good morning, man, and good morning to that.
How you doing, man?
Good. And Daddy says good work, man. let me tell you, man, Daddy just doesn't need a formula, because he has been the king in the past. He knows how to win crown.
Yeah, but he hasn't won a crown in many, many years. So he's trying to get another formula.
Because why? He has moved out. If he has to assess and evaluate what brought him there, he probably has lost that, so he realized, oh no, I'm happy that Ozzy has opened his eyes, really, because because it's something about the issues, and I don't know the cover up. It's a well put together composition. I think Digest, being patriotic as he is, I mean, sometimes is who you associate with sometimes cause you the right. People might think you are an influential person. I think in this society we have ups and downs. You have people that want to bring out the issues, but they are being pressured. Another thing. But I believe, put everything aside. I mean, it's a very good composition, and I believe it can go places. And I mean, Digest, I just wish you well. But you know how to do it already, man. I think you just spicing it up. It's like you just spicing it up.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to take our final phone call, and I'm going to invite Danny Chess back here in the near future, because this one is just already, I can see, creating a few waves. Calypso formula. Let's take our final phone call for the morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes.
Morning to Daddy Chess. Daddy Chess, you have a good formula. When you're in Rome, you do like the Romans.
Daddy Chess, your final words this morning. You'll be back here, I'm sure.
Oh, of course. And I mean, I'm the type of person I always say to myself, when I finally leave the arena, I want to have conquered every style, every type of calypso. So you're gonna expect any type of calypso from Daddy Chess. It could be a patriotic one, it could be a hard-hitting one. At the end of my career, I want to know that I've covered everything. Big up to everybody out there. Big up to Royal Bank listening. Big up to all the callers who call. Even Blessing. He gives me fire when I sing patriotic. He gives me fire when I sing no matter what type of song. He gives me my pressure. So it's all good. It's calypso.
Let the calypso play, my brother. We'll talk again soon, huh?
All right, man.
Thank you for stepping in this morning.
Was super. This week will be exceptional. Stardom Tent in collaboration with headline sponsor DG Sub present Kaiso Tingule. This is Saturday, January 21 at the Strip in Lale Coco. 8:30 p.m. Featuring the clash of the sexes, men against women. Tasha P against Carissa, Janae against Hunter, Stingray against Checker, Nasha against Observer, Alicia against Daddy Chess, Dale against Hunter, Lady V versus DBS. Also Web, Shadow Flow, Lucas Comforter, Chris B, Jammer B, Peaky, Irvine Jr., Omi Hila, Stefan.
I love you.
Also Genius, JD Hixie, son of the Saint Intruder, Dino be your trendsetter. Love J this Saturday at the Strip in Lale Coco. Backed up by the Swinging Stars, MCs Powell and Lady Star. Entrance $20. Partners include Karen Beer, Big Ed, Soccer, Rum, Dominic, Dominican National Lotteries, Mania 7-Eleven, and Milan's Grill. Mabao, Petro Caribbean Courts, Vibes Radio, Frankfurt Zinc, ACS, Q95 FM, The Signman, Zionist Visual Ads, Sky FM, DBS Radio, Mapping to K40, and one more. Only way this time. This Saturday, January 21, at the Strip, Lale Coco, Stardom, Puerto.
I'll take a small.
XL.
Wow, that's the size for me. Flo's new prepaid combo plans have the most choice and value for everyone. Save up to 90% by combining your talk, text, and data into one simple plan. And with options starting at just $15.99, it's easy to say it, type it, or share it. A whole lot more for a whole lot less. Dial *129# now to activate. The bigger you go, the bigger you save with Flo's new prepaid combo plans. This is how we flow.
The 8th Phenomenal Caribbean Women's Symposium is on once again, Saturday, January 28th for only $300 at the Cabritz National Parks from 8 o'clock in the morning. For additional information, contact VF Incorporated at 37 Cork Street, Roseau. Call 449-9649. The 8th Phenomenal Caribbean Women's Symposium, Saturday, January 28th, Cabritz National Parks. It's on. See you there.
We must return to the soil. I'm sure Patrick agrees with that.
You must return to the That's the beginning and the ending of man. You must go back to that soil. Otherwise you perish.
Hey, Papa.
The farmers are here for the next half an hour.
Security is man's first priority. For nothing is more important than feeding the people. And it's agriculture that makes everything else possible. So how then can it be in this agricultural country? My government looks down on the farming community and places its emphasis on the tourism industry. Don't they know everything needs the soil to survive? Without it, no industry can ever thrive. So we must embrace agriculture before we promote tourism. I sing, everything has its place, its time and its season. As the world economy continues to fall, tourist boats will change the ports of call. Then guess what? Jump high, jump low. We must go back to the soil. Jump high, jump low. We must go back to the soil.
Let me talk to the farmers this morning here. Of course, Mr. Louis and Patrick is in the house. How you doing, Patrick? How are you doing?
Oh, fine, man. Thanks to God. Although right now I'm suffering from breathlessness. But it must go. God is bigger than everything. And He died for our sins and our health and our well-being. I believe that strongly. By His stripes we were healed. That is what the scriptures say. And the only time Christ received stripes was at the cross. The only time.
Well, you have to have faith as small as a mustard seed.
Yes.
And that's what you have.
I'm developing my faith all the time. I'm developing, struggling with faith.
All right. I want to say good morning to our good friend at the 8 Bank. The manager was told that he was not doing too well earlier this week or sometime last week. I got a note, saying that he's recovering nicely. So thank you very much. And you are in our prayers, sir. Good morning to you. So, Mr. Louis, how are you today?
Matt, I am just taking it one day at a time.
Sweet Jesus.
But good things like but it's just good to live.
Yes.
Live in peace and free mind. And do not allow nobody to block that mind. Your free mind. God, Jesus Christ came to set us free. I said, whomsoever the Son set free, it's free indeed. Complete freedom. Trump cannot give us freedom. scared cat get freedom. They themselves, they need to be free. They are not free. They mess up themselves, some of them. Very messy. Matt, I am listening to your programs and all you have too much. And these are big things. I leave it for the big boys. Like the doctor that was there yesterday, or talking,
Dr. Christian? Gabriel Christian.
Gabriel Christian.
Mm-hmm.
What a challenge, and that man supposed to go around the island and bring that same message, you know.
Very eloquent.
They know what they're talking about. They know. When people know KNOW, you know what you're talking about. You should have no fear. If you don't know. You know, I have a little girl when she was going to school.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, to me, he was advanced than all the teachers in the classes. He was advanced in all the teachers in the classes until she go to secondary school. And then he broke her arm. And he stayed for a couple of weeks out of school. And from that moment, you know what happened? He became second in class now. In other words, he was always number one. But he dropped to second place until he left school and went overseas to study. So, Matt, when you know something, what Dr. Fountain also revealed, it's need those, I believe that, I don't know what to say because those things are too vast for me. It is vast for me. But basically, Matt, we are here. And money is spending in the country right, left, and center. And the money is not being spent in the right way. Not in the right way. And I don't want like people just to dump people dump things on people without you investigate. Sometimes, Matt, you want to give me a shirt, huh? But I have 29 shirts already, huh? You give me one to make 40 and 50. Maybe I'll never live to use that 50 shirts. But if you tell me, you know, I only have one slider, you know. Eh? So you give me a slider. I use that reference to just pass a message to the government. Last week, Friday, when I reached home, I saw 2 knapsacks at my home. I saw 2 shovels. I saw 2 forks. Eh? The tools to work the farm. That's welcome. But that was not my priority. That was not my need. Huh? Somebody else maybe need that. And I need something else. Huh? So I believe we have to coordinate things together so that we can make things work. So everybody profited and we move on. You cannot dump things on people. I can stay without the fork. I have forks. I have spade. I have 2 cutlasses. I have knapsack. But the 2 cutlasses, the 2 cutlasses, maybe I will die before I use them, if so to speak. And the fork and the spade. But somebody need a spade, they might have to go buy Dupini or buy Charlie, whatever, to buy it. If they're doing farming, the field officer is supposed to interact with the farmers and know their need and write it down, work with a book. And write it down so therefore you know exactly, Mr. We don't need a cutlass, no? But he need a knapsack. He don't need a knapsack, no? But he need a gallon of with the side. He need a with the side, no? But he need a bag of white lime. You know exactly what, so we're moving forward together, all of us. Because I have to watch my words, you know. Because one time I said here, if something happened, you give me $1,000. No. I already started an established farmer. Huh? So, best to give it to a starter. $1,000 is a lot of money for me. But nevertheless, give it to a young farmer, whether women or men that are coming up. So it will boost them, give them the incentives to encourage them to come in. If you give me a bag of fertilizer or 2 bags of fertilizer, I I can stay without fertilizer for the whole year, 2 years without using no fertilizer at all. But the young farmer that may plant a little cabbage, a little thing, they need a bag. You give it to them. But I was penalized. I don't want fertilizer. That's a lie. We have to speak the truth. We want to help. We are all one under brother's keeper, Mr. Patrick. Is that right?
Yes, we are.
We are not supposed to do selfish and everything for self. I'm not working. I'm 84 years and over, you know. I'm not a young baby.
You'll be 85 this year.
Correct. Listen to me. I keep doing my work, climbing my tree, pruning my do my work, you know. I'm in the field every day, you know. It costs me not less than $75 each time I come here, you know. That's my money I need, you know. For if I have to pay my passage to come up there, even though I come with my transport, you take out the cost of the transport, my breakfast, most of the time I take in lunch here, it costs me $75 upward every time I come to the studio. It's not for nothing. There's a cost to it. And I am not there for profited. Some people tell me, but Louis, you're telling people plant cocoa, plant this, plant that, but they'll take your market. I said, sir, or ladies, not one time, you know. That's not for me, that is for the country. That's what we, for the country want to develop, you know. It's not Whitney Louis.
You're not selfish about that.
No. It's not Whitney Louis. You know, the amount of people are giving pods of cocoa now, they want to plant cocoa, maybe they are not getting the plant, giving 2 pods and 2 pods, they're telling the kind they want, whether black, red, yellow, whatever color of the cocoa that they want. You know, so many people are giving pods of cocoa for them to plant. You know, how many people are giving coffee plant? Most of the coffee you will see in Syndicate area come from my farm, you know, giving people coffee plant. People cannot take bread away from me. Jesus Christ himself, I am the bread of life. That's what he says. Spiritually speaking, I'm not going to detail that, but he's the bread of life, the water of life. Everything comes from him. Nothing. You know, I was in a place and asked a question. I will not say where. What is fatter than fat? Maybe Matthew never heard that?
I never heard that one, no.
You never heard that? Patrick?
No. What is fatter than fat?
Fatter than fat.
Well, fat itself.
Fat itself. and that's what you believe too much. But you see, my thinking, I am not an expert. I'm not God to say that I know everything. But my meditation tells me what is fatter than fat. And I can tell it to those who are listening because some may be interested to hear. That my own meditation. I'm always thinking. Just last night I sat down on my step. I'll come back to that. My step. And I saw a little cloud, white cloud appear in the firmament, the blue firmament. And it disappeared. Where you went to? Where it went to? When the evolution said, this world comes as a bang, a bang. A big blow then. Evolve, evolution. No, it fits itself so well. Water, the rivers, the lakes, the fishes, the animals, the human, everything. That's a bang. That is what it is. But the sun also comes with the Big Bang, the moon, the stars, the firmament. I mean, the common man, evolutionary people. Are you betrayal of God? Or you are believing that there is no God?
That's an accident, you know, Louis. A bang. A bang is an accident.
Right. Now, back to the word. What is fatter than fat? Where fat come from? Where fat come from? All fat, where it come from? Hey, it is.
Well, there are different forms of fat. Not you. He's talking to me. Right. Go ahead, mister. Go ahead, mister.
All fat you can think of, not different. All fat, it comes from the earth. The earth produces all fat. And where fat go back into?
The earth?
The earth. The earth produces all fat, whether in grass or fruits or whatever, it comes from the earth. and all fat going back to the earth. So my assumption is that what is fatter than fat is the earth. That is my study. And I'm not ashamed to say it. All fat, not some. The fattest woman, the fattest man, the fattest animal, the fattest fish, everything has to turn into powder. For that matter, we became just like a tree that the leaves are falling down. To put nutrients to the earth, human beings are fertilizer to the earth too. All fat go back to the earth. So that's an interesting philosophy there.
Yes, we all our hair and grease and what you call lacquers, all that goes to fertilize the earth.
Really? So I am thinking.
It's a complete turn there.
Yeah. You see, so here it is. There is only one God. He gave us this planet Earth to cultivate the earth, to cultivate it. Everything there, you know. Nobody bring a plant here, you know. Whether red plant, yellow plant, this. Nobody bring a plant here. Why we can understand that we have to stand to feed, let's say you tell me, sustainable agriculture. Let's say use that word for me.
Yeah.
I may not know the meaning of the word, but you use it for me. Right. But if we do not have a sustained agriculture program in the entire world, what will happen to you, man?
Basically disappear.
So you are an agriculture. To sustain you alive, you must eat.
Everything is about agriculture.
Agriculture.
Let's take a phone call. Hello.
Yes, good morning, my brother, and
yes,
in the studio with you.
Yeah.
My brother, it's hurting. You know, I'm a truck on the highway in the USA.
Yeah.
My brother and I drive highways and both sides of the highway is farm. Right now, there's no farm because we're in the winter season.
Yeah.
But do you know that the soil is ready, prepared when the farmers did the harvesting, ready for as soon as the winter is over? And this is America, supposed to be the superpower of the world, and they depend on farming. With all everyone going to America for the milk and honey or whatever it says, and they still depend on farming. So why is it that our country have to destroy our farming and the big country know the importance of farming, my brother? I'm talking about miles and miles of farm on both sides of the highway, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So we the people have to know that the farming is very, because my brother, you could have millions of dollars and you don't have food. You stop because you cannot eat your money. And farming goes a long way. We were born, before we were there was agriculture. We're going to die in agriculture still. We have to depend and we have to revamp our agriculture, my brother. And Mr. Louis, I heard you talking about fertilizer. But my advice to you, Mr. Louis, if you can avoid using those guys and the fertilizer, they're killing agriculture. I don't think they'll give you a fertilizer that's going to help your plants. Because the reason why I'm saying that, I'm driving through the farms there, and I see the type of fertilizer the farmers use. They have the cattle on the field, and what they do, they have the cattle in the shed, and after the cattle apparently eat the waste, the dung, the bowel movement, or they spray that dung into a pond, and they suction it in their trucks, and they spray that on the farms, the waste of the manure of the cattle. That's what they spray on the field. We see it all the time. So why are we using their fertilizer that's killing the enzyme and in the soil?
Well, let me hear Mr. Louis' view, or even Patrick, because of the time, on the use of organic fertilizer versus, of course, what we know these days as the fertilizer or fertilizers of the future. The chemical fertilizer.
This is one of the biggest mistakes, Matt, that we have made on the earth.
Which is what?
inclusion of what we call fertilizer. When we have what we call natural vegetative stuff that can refertilize the farms and the earth. This is a big mistake. But we must recognize that a lot of these things came about because somebody wanted to make money on somebody else. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your view on organic versus the chemical fertilizer, Mr. Lee?
Nothing beat organic, you know. Nothing beat organic. There is a storeroom somewhere in Europe. I don't know, in Switzerland or somewhere in Europe.
Okay.
Now that storeroom is so vast, and they are piling up seeds.
Okay.
In case there is a war, a war, so that the seed that we are planting will be disappearing.
Okay.
So they have that piling up there and so. Now I am using that to show you the scientists.
Okay.
The scientists, people that do science in agriculture. They are not there. They are not there to protect the farmer. They are there to make money. Added to that, Matt, you see I don't want to hurt nobody, but I speak in my mind. Right. You see the pharmacies, you go there, Matt, you have all kind of drugs. It is even worse than the fertilizer. Some of them are worse than fertilizer. They always have a side effect. They always have to take it out from the shelf for a period of time. After they destroy so many lives. Our body machine, the body system, our digest system, our body was not made to eat or drink those things. We are made all leaves. I do not know which leaves, but the Bible tells us the leaves are
for medicine.
For medicine. The leaves. So we have a lot of leaves we can use so that we can survive. But people have a headache, they have to go to the pharmacies. They have a little cord. They have two cells. We have two cells, not true? The white and the red. Anybody scratch you right away, what you see first? The white cell. And immediately what happened? The red cell come over, cover it for protection, right? So therefore bacteria, if it remains open, bacteria, the atmosphere is polluted. But God made the body in such a way, we have our own defenses in our own body. Matt, let me tell you something. You know how long I've got a tablet or anything in my system? Nothing in my system.
All natural.
For that matter, Patrick want to convince me that I might throw away my glasses. You can hear? Throw away my glasses. But I can see you. But when I can read anything without glasses.
Without glasses?
Anything without glasses. But I will not see your face clearly. And at a distance without glasses. So maybe my faith is weak. I'm just using that. But I go back to the Bible to correct that.
Yes.
Old age bring everything. Stiff bone, blindness, arthritis, old age. We know that in the Bible.
Yes.
Study my Bible. For that matter, Jacob was blind, not Esau and Isaac and Esau, right?
But he was almost 100, you know.
It doesn't matter, but I'm also 100 too.
Yeah.
But old age brings a lot of things. So I accept whatever comes to me. But look at my age. I am still moving, doing everything that you can do. Except I am not educated like you, that's all. So, go ahead.
The education that you have, I have to live many more years to get, Mr. Louis. So you're a lot more educated than me. In that sense, a university of experience, nobody beats that. You can have any doctorate and how many doctorates and masters, the university of experience. Nobody beats that. But let's take a phone call before we wrap it up. Hello.
Matt.
Quickly, sir.
What the last caller said there is true, you know. With the pen manual and stuff.
Yes.
But the problem we have in Dominica now, we are not the chicken and them stuff we are raising to sell here, it's not enough. Because I cannot supply the farmer with that fertilizer. Because, for instance, in Canada, a non-chicken farmer will raise all 32,000 chicken.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that can feed his own thing and more. And maybe not even enough. He even buying more from people. You understand? So if we have to go to that, we have to raise a lot of chicken and pig, animal in general.
Oh yes, it's 9:57.
You see again, Matt, there is something we call white line.
Okay.
I hardly plant anything without using white line. You get it? White line. So that topic I would like a man like Dr. Shillingford with us and help us to understand
the chemicals versus the organic.
The organic, you know?
All right, let's see if we can get Mr. Dr. Shillingford to come with us sometime next week so we can break it down.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
even before Dr. Shillingford, I will say, Matt, I have been a practicing organic farmer.
Okay.
I have never used chemicals on my farm. And I grew cattle, and I planted tomatoes, and I sold pumpkins to government when they had their thing there and all. And I only use pen manure, which is donkey manure. We only had one donkey on the farm, but we had enough to replenish the soil when we planted newly, etc., with donkey manure.
I'll tell you what. We need to continue that discussion organic.
Yeah.
We need.
I make a
versus chemical. Yes, make a closing statement.
I make a statement here sometimes about that if our government bold enough, they can go to the United Nations and make a declaration that Dominica is an organic farming and we don't need no. You can remember that statement here?
Mr. Wilshire is also somebody who's been pushing this whole issue of organic agriculture as well.
I know what
Mr. Bernard Wilshire.
Yeah, I know what down from cow, fowl is the most powerful, you know, as I'm concerned.
Yeah. You're joking.
Yes. Yeah, my experience. Fowls are powerful. And you see that that bats, the bats dumb. Oh, man. We can do things, but we have to put our head together to do it.
Thank you.
World economy continues to fall.